Is this the best version of the CT Rally in fresh foam Love to date? Let's find out as we review the New Balance CT Rally 2. The New Balance CT Rally 2 is designed with Fresh Foam X in the midsole that provides the most plush and cushioned feel yet, featuring an all-new Endure upper that maintains support and drag protection while creating more flexibility and ventilation. To maintain a stable ride, New Balance incorporates a TPU shank and a molded external heel counter, helping you feel confident when making quick lateral cuts. The outsole is formed into a herringbone tread pattern with endurance rubber for added grip and increased durability in high wear regions.
I'm not sure if I can really answer the question if this is the best iteration of the CT Rally yet. However, I would say it is a pretty good shoe. I've got a medium width foot, size 11. I got a glove-like fit out of this. And in addition, comfort right from the get-go was premium. Underfoot, it definitely feels a lot like the previous version of the CT Rally. They're using the same midsole, the Fresh Foam X, so I get that plush ride. I would say it's a firm but responsive kind of ride underfoot, very comfortable. And then the upper was very breathable, very supportive. And unlike a lot of other shoes, I was not missing the empty eyelet up top. I had no enclosure issues whatsoever, so the fit was really good. And over the course of this play test, I probably logged at least 30 hours of hard court play on the shoes, and I would say from the get-go, traction was a little on the sticky side, and though it did loosen up a little bit, it remained so for the duration of the play test. As far as outsole warranty, I know there is an outsole warranty associated with the shoe. The durability was good after all the time I've spent on court. The high wear areas of the toe have kind of smoothed out, but I'm still able to get really good traction out of it. So just overall, I would say this is one of the better iterations, and I might like it slightly better than the CT Rally 1.
I didn't get to test the CT Rally, but I was on the original Lob and Lob V2, and I just remember really enjoying those shoes because of the great underfoot cushioning. And with this shoe, I feel like it continues to provide that plush underfoot cushioning that I've come to know and love from this franchise. Now, it did take a bit of a break-in period for me. It took about 3 to 4 hours before the shoes started to feel really molded to my feet and started to flex well. And then after that, once I got on court, I really enjoyed the high level of performance. I felt very stable and supportive. I felt very comfortable moving aggressively in these shoes. As for the traction, like Mark mentioned, it is a bit on the grippier end, which is kind of par for the course with New Balance shoes. I would have preferred a bit more give, but definitely a lot of traction there. And I thought the breathability was really good as well. So all in all, if you can kind of get through that break-in period, the shoe does provide a lot in terms of support, stability, and durability.
I enjoyed the overall fit and feel of this CT Rally 2. I found the shoe to actually break in pretty quickly. For me, my one gripe with it was initially with that translucent or gum rubber outsole. It's a little sticky right out of the box, but once I got it broken in, I found the traction to give a little bit more, and that made it easier to pivot and take those small adjustment steps without feeling like I was getting hung up on the court. But I also found that that outsole material was just wearing down a little quicker than I would expect, especially under the big toe of my right foot. That's my high wear area. I drag that on serves and any close stance forehands, and so that area of the shoe really kind of wore down a little bit faster than I would expect. But the traction did improve as I wore them. The shoes, I thought, transitioned really well from heel to toe. I loved the cushioning under my heels too, so I felt like I was moving and sprinting around the court well. And then the uppers were breathing, flexing well with my feet. So overall, really positive play test for me, very comfortable shoe, and enjoyed this one.
I've been a big fan of the Love and CT Rally line of shoes ever since the first version. I remember the first one, I really loved the cushioning, the comfort, and that one also had a booty construction, so it really like hugged your foot like a glove. This one here, I would say in terms of cushioning, the new Fresh Foam X, nice and thick layer there. Probably the most comfortable version I've tested in this lineage of shoes. The last version, I felt like maybe I got a little more support and a little more stability. It felt like the lateral outrigger gave me a little bit more kind of that platform feel. This one feels a little bit higher up, but it does give me that cushioning. Another thing I noticed with this update compared to the previous version is the uppers are a little softer, a little more flexible, but I also get better breathability. So in terms of comfort and feel, I really love this one. The last version, the first CT Rally, felt a little bit more supportive and stable. But for me, I felt confident on the court. The outsole does have a little bit more of a grippy feel, which I didn't mind. I felt like I could plant and cut really well. And I don't slide on the hard court, so there's no issue there. And pretty much everything I like about this shoe. It's a little heavy, but I didn't have any problem with the break end, and I just really loved the underfoot cushioning, and I'll still continue to use the CT Rally 2. And that wraps up our shoe review of the New Balance CT Rally 2. For more information on these shoes or anything tennis related, be sure to head to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.